game, Sport 8 district playoffs between the Eagan Wildcats and the Rochester Mustangs. Now for your starting lineups. First we'll introduce the Wildcats. Starting for Eagan, in goal, number 39, Nate Dixon. Defense, number 81, Grant Schroeder.
Oh, I put him back on me again?
Defense, number
I like
70,
him better at
Riley
me.
Weigel. Wing, number 47, Will Meyer. Wing number 93, Rowan Marcinella. And center number 2, Lou Kurtz. Next, we'll introduce the Rochester Mustangs. Starting in goal for Rochester, number 30, Dylan Parker. Defense, number 9, Graham Yeske. Defense, number 16, Gavin O'Day. Wing, number 7, Michael Leilani. Wing number 10, Gavin Seelhammer. At center, number 11, Eli Ehrlichberg. Good luck to both teams. Let's play hockey.
Good. All right, good evening, Wildcat fans. We are live. Game 2 of the 2026 district playoffs. Your Wildcats against the Rochester Mustangs. So Rochester's coming in this season. Right now, they are at 26-6-3, and your Wildcats are currently at 20-11-2. So it should be a good matchup. We've played them 2 other times. They got the best of us the first time, and we won the second time, so the rubber match. But tonight, the biggest news, special guest commentator, I got Caden Forcia with me, who is going to be my in-game analyst. Caden, how's it going tonight, buddy?
Good.
Good? All right. Caden, what do you think the main points or main strategies that Eagan needs to do tonight to win?
Pass the puck and protect the house.
All right. I like it. All right. So, Rochester has the puck. They're in the corner. Riley's in there battling hard for it. Rochester has it, tries to make a centering pass. Will misses it. Takes a big shot. Goes wide. Goes over to the boards. He chips it down into the corner. Riley's there. She has it. Makes a nice little move. She tries to chip it over to Lou. Lou's there. He's got it. Nice pass up to Rowan. Rowan tries to chip it out of the zone. Unable to do so. And Will gets tied up, but is not able to keep track of it. Shot on goal. Dixon, good save. Goes behind the net. Riley swoops in. She's bringing it forward. She's looking for a pass. Chips it up to Will. Will gets it out. He gets tied up immediately. And Rochester gets control of her. Rowan's there. They chip it over to the side of the boards. Soren falls down going towards it, and they just dump it. So they're going in for a line change. Colton has it. He's got Joey on the side. Joey's not able to tag it, but he's got to hustle and get down there and get it.
Nice look there by Colton.
All right, Jackson has it, tied up on the boards. Joey comes in to help. Good centering pass, but gets deflected. Rochester has it. Colton does a good job stepping forward, keeping it in the zone. Gets tied up on the boards with Hank. Hank's battling. They go down. Rochester gets control of it. Jackson moves in. He gets his guy tied up. He gets back control of it. Jackson takes a shot. Oh, just wide. Joey races into the corner. He gets it back to Soren. Soren tries to chip it over, but gets deflected. And they get it out of the zone. Egan's going to regroup. Colton has it. Tries to get it to Hank. Hank misses it, but he deflects it back into the offensive zone. And Hank has it. Tries to chip it up, but he passes it right to a Rochester player. He takes a shot, goes wide, goes over to the boards. Oliver moves in. Rochester still has it. Hank tries to get his stick on it. Dump it back to the D-man. Joey moves forward. He takes a big shot, gets screened, but good save by Dixon. Puck goes behind the net. Colton rushes forward to get it. Tries to chip it over to Hank. They get tied up, and Hank has it. Tries to shoot it over. Puck's bouncing. They just need to get it out of the zone, and they do. They get it over to Joey. Joey's tied up. Tries to regroup. Passes it over to Oliver. Oliver, good stick. Goes back to Rochester. Another good stick by Oliver. Will moves in. Oliver gets it back. Passes it back to Grant to regroup. Grant tries to get it over to Will, but gets deflected. Rochester on the move. They bring it back into the zone, dump it down into the corner. Going to allow them to get a line change in. Grant has it, gets it over to Otto. Otto tries to chip it up to Will. Rochester wasn't aware of it. No icing. Will races in. Rochester player falls down, goes on the corner. Will and Otto go there and get their guy tied up. Otto tries to dump it over to Will, unable to do so. Rochester on the move. Egan's got numbers. Good job back checking by Lou and Grant. Will steps in. Otto has it. Great
Nice
chip up
play
to
there
Will.
by Otto.
Will's got to get some speed. Gets around one guy. Tries to get around another. Does a good job regrouping. Tries to take a shot, but goes wide. Lou races forward. He gets it back to Grant. Grant tries to chip it forward. Not enough muscle on there, though. And it goes in the opposite zone. Riley's racing back. She's got it. She goes around the net. She's looking to move it up. Passes up to Rowan. He's not able to keep control of it. Goes over to Rochester. They take with the boards, and again, they dump it down. Goes behind the net. Grant's there. He gets control. Tries to get it up to Hank. Hank tries to chip it up. Unable to do so. Goes back behind the net. Rochester has it. They're looking for a centering pass. Deflected right off of Nate. Great save by Nate. Hank tries to get it up to Rowan. Unable to do so. Jackson does a little flip shot. Gets it out of the zone. Great forecheck by Hank. Hank's moving forward, but he falls down. Rochester has it, but Jackson's there to get his guy tied up, giving Hank some chance to regroup. Another great stick by Jackson there, keeping it in the zone. Colton tries to dump it back in. Gets deflected. Good job by Colton tying his guy up. Good job by Eagan. Soren has it. He falls down. He dumps it back. Goes over to Rowan. Rowan tries to get it out of the zone. Soren's able to do so. He gets it to Jackson. Jackson's moving forward. Him and Will. He makes one move. Tries to go around him, but just isn't able to get it past him. Dumps it in the zone. Soren has it. He tries to pass it forward. Gets deflected. Great save by Nate. And a good job there by Colton to get it back out of the zone. Puck goes over to the side. They dump it behind the net. Good job by Oliver there, hustling over there to get it. They coming in to help. Will's got it. He gets past one. Tries to get past another, but he gets tied up. But he swoops in. He still has it. He gets past one. He's got to hurry to get past another. Good job trying to regroup. Gets it down in the corner, but Rochester has it. They try to chip it up out of the zone. Good pass to center it. Grant's there, though. Chips it over to Oliver. Oliver gets it over to Hank. Hank's got some speed. He moves in. Big shot, and he scores! Hank with an absolute snipe. Kaden, what do you think about this first half of the first period?
I think that was a pretty lucky shot. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Rochester's been putting the pressure on us pretty much the entire period.
Scoring for the Wildcats.
All right, good hustle there by Hank. Back at play. Play goes in the zone. Riley has it. She keeps control. She's going to bring it around, makes a nice little spin move, tries to get it up to Otto. Otto has it. Tries to get it over to Hank. Or no, he tries to get it over to, great pass to Hank. Hank to Lou. Lou's not able to hang on to it. Wave off the icing. Rochester has it. They pass it over. Great job there by Otto. Will steps in. He gets it around one guy. He gets it around another. Tries to center. Gets it on the goalie. Goalie makes a good save. And Rochester's on the move. Good job there by Grant. Egan's got numbers, but they're offsides. Your Wildcats moving pretty good. They're looks like they got a lot of speed, playing hard. What we like to see from them. Got Jackson moving in for the draw. Jackson wins the draw. He gets it back to Soren. Puck goes wide. Soren tries to get it up out of the zone. Goes up to the blue line. Rowan gets a stick on it. They're not able to get it out, though. Puck goes up. Nice pass. And good deflection there. Puck goes over the net. Colton has it. He brings it to the side. He tries to center it. He gets it up to Jackson. Jackson has it. He's looking for Will. Oh, Will tries to chip it around his guy, but unable to do so. Rochester brings it back in, dumps it behind the net. Gets up to the blue line. He makes one move, dumps it back down into the corner. Colton moves in. He tries to tie his guy up, but it goes right there. They try to make a centering pass. Everybody gets side. Good save by Dixon. And Jackson's able to get it up out of the zone. So Rochester's going to have to regroup.
Nice clear by Jax there.
All right, they chip it in. Good glove save by Dixon. 4:31 left. Eagan up by 1. Shots on goal. 4 for Eagan, 2 for Rochester. Allowing both teams here to get a full line change in. Oliver's going to move in for the draw. Looks like he's got Hank and Joey with him. They get the draw. Everybody gets tied up. Still loose. Good job by Oliver there getting a stick on it. It was close to a hook, but they didn't call it. Riley steps in. They're tied up. Oliver goes in for the assister. He chips it back. Rochester still has it. Great job by Riley getting her body on it. She chips it up to Joey. Rochester still battling. And they score. Puck got loose. Dixon tried to dive over, but they just weren't able to stop it. So that ties it up, 1-1. That's going to bring in Otto, Jackson, and Will. Otto on the draw. Puck's loose. Rochester eventually gets hold of it. Good job by Otto getting his body, and there Riley has it. She regroups. Gets it back to Grant. Grant's looking. Gets it up to Jackson. Jackson makes a move around one guy. He's going to bring it in. Will steps back. Jackson tries to scoop it around one guy, unable to do so. Will gets a stick on it. Puck goes forward. Grant tries to keep it in, unable to do so. Everybody gets back onside. Still bad on the blue line. And puck goes down the corner. Jackson races forward behind the net. He passes it up to the blue line. Gets chipped. Will's trying it there. And Grant chips it over to the side of the boards. Makes a nice little move. Tries to make a centering pass. Good save by Dixon, and Jackson has it. Tries to chip it up to Will. He gets it. Will has it. Will's going with speed. He's got Otto. Otto's got to stay on line. He does. Will goes to the corner. Makes a move. Tries to dump it over, but it gets deflected. And Rochester has it. They're going in for a line change. And a good job there by Colton to push him to the outside. Didn't have a chance. Oh, loses the puck. Goes right in front of the net. That one was dangerous. Pass it up to the blue line. He takes a big shot. Wide. Goes over the boards. Lou and Hank go over. Shot on goal. Dixon has it, and he covers. All right, Lou's going to move in for the draw. Lou has it. He chips it over. Goes right past Dixon. Soren has it. Tries to dump up to Rowan. Rowan's not able to keep his hand on it. And Rochester just dumps it back down behind the net. Colton steps forward. He has it. Tries to get it up to Hank. Hank chips it forward. Still bound to get it out of the zone. They're able to do so. Rowan falls down. Lou has it, but Rochester gets control of the back. Good job by Lou on the back check there. Rochester moves forward. Shot by Dixon, or saved by Dixon. And Colton has it. He tries to get it up to Hank. Hank tries to deflect it out, but unable to do so. Rochester still has it. Good pass. And he shoots wide. Good job getting the stick there. Soren moves forward, tries to get it up to Rowan. Rowan's able to get it up out of the zone. He tries to chip it up to Hank. And they're going down. So they are going into the Rochester going into the box for the first penalty of the game. And Eagan goes on the power play. Caden, what do you think they need to do here on the power play to make this one successful?
Set it up in the zone and take good shots, not shots from the corner.
All right. So this power play is going to be Hank, Oliver at center, Will as your wing, Grant Riley as your D pair. Oliver goes in for the draw. Gets it. He gets it back to Joey. Not able to keep control, goes up to Rochester. They try to get out of the zone. Good job by Riley there. Gets it up to Will. Will's going to take a shot, but it gets deflected, but he gets it back. Takes another shot. Deflected, is going to go back behind the net. Joey has it. He makes one move. Tries to get it up behind the net. Oliver steps in. He falls down, and Rochester has it. They dump it up out of the zone. Egan's going to have to hurry, but Riley's there. Riley's using her wheel. She gets around the net. She gets past the first one. She's looking to get it over to Will. Will tries to stop it with a stick, but unable to do so. Rochester has it. Now they got to hurry. Rochester's got numbers. He takes a shot. Great save by Dixon. Grant tries to get it up out of the zone, unable to do so. And Will and another guy ran into each other. Will's going to get a big boy penalty. And the Rochester player's down. Yeah, nothing malicious. That was two kids who skated into each other, but Will's going to go into the box.
Oh, that's a goal. Penalty for number 27, Will Meyer. Let's go! Penalty's on the wrong side! Go Rochester! Go boys! Keep working!
All right, so Rochester's going to get a quick power play here. We got 8 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey, and then they're going to have about a 52-second power play. All right, Eagan wins the draw. They take it back. Colton has it. He goes behind the net. He makes one move. He tries to get it up to Jackson. Jackson tries to chip it forward. Unable to do so, but Colton steps forward. And a good job by Otto getting this guy tied up. Puck goes behind the net. The penalty kill is now into effect. They move forward. He takes one shot. Gets deflected.
Nice block by Soren.
All right. Rochester scores. That puts them up by 1. Took quick advantage of that. Nate was there, just kind of snuck right past him.
Scoring for Rochester. Number 8, Easton Keith.
All right, Eagan wins the draw, goes back to Riley. Goes up out of the zone. Rochester has it. He makes a spin move. He's bringing it forward. He tries to make a pass. He connects. Grant's there, though. Good job by Grant. And Nate covers. All right, Jackson has it again. They make forward. Good save by Dixon. Otto has it. He tries to chip it up forward. Gets deflected. Goes back to Riley. Riley's able to get it out of the zone. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson tries to get it up to Hank. Unable to connect. And that's the end of the first period. So after 1, Rochester 2, Eagan 1. Eagan really dominating this game. Shots on goal for Eagan. Or I'm sorry. I don't think those shots on goals are right. But 12-2. First period.
I think Rochester was really putting the pressure on us, and that's why they scored 2.
What do you think the Wildcats need to do to get back in here in the second period?
Protect the front and don't let anyone close to Nate.
All right. All right. Well, we'll be back. All right, and we're back. Second period. Rochester up 2-1. Wildcats line up. Got Rowan, Lou as the center, Will, Colton, and Soren as the D pair. Lou going in for the draw. All right, Lou's there. Rochester gets it, but Lou gets it back over to Rowan. Rowan tries to chip it forward up out of the zone. That just goes right back over to Soren. Soren battling. He gets it up to Lou. Or I'm sorry, up to Rowan, and Rowan just dumps it down to the corner. Will racing forward hard. Rochester has it. He gets it up to his wing. Tries to make a centering pass, but Lou's there. And they get deflected. Soren has it. He goes around the net with it. Tries to chip it up to Rowan. Unable to connect. Rochester has it. Gets it up to Colton. And the clock finally starts. All right, and a save by Dixon. So we got about a minute of free hockey there. I'm not sure how they're going to handle that one, but 11:50 now, 10 seconds left. Eagan going in for a full line change. You got Jackson, Hank, and Joey. Grant Riley as your D pair. Jackson in on the draw. Takes a shot, saved by Dixon. He deflects it over in the corner, goes to Riley. Riley tries to get it up to Joey. Joey brings it up out of the zone, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson tries to get it forward, but he's able to dump it down into the corner. Hank races forward. They dump it around the corner. He tries to get it up out of the zone. Grant's there. Great job by Jackson getting it back. Grant has it. He makes one move, gets tied up, gets it over to Hank, makes another move. And he gets deflected over by the goalie. Good job by Hank. Rochester on the move. Riley's there. She gets her guy tied up. He makes one move. And Jackson gets his body on it, deflects, and Dixon makes the save. So good effort there by your Wildcats. That's bringing in Oliver, Otto, and Lou. Dump it around the corner. Otto's able to get it up out of the zone. Rochester moves back to regroup. They dump it back forward. Otto gets a stick on it. Oliver does a good job, gets his stick on it, goes down into the corner. Soren races forward. He dumps it back over to Otto. Otto has it. Tries to chip it up to Oliver. Oliver gets past one guy, just needs to dump it, and he does. He gets it down into the corner. Lou's racing forward for it. Rochester goes behind the net. Good job by Lou, and a good job by Oliver there. Oliver loses his stick, though. They dump it up around the corner. Lou moves in. Colton's there. He has it. He takes a big shot. Deflects off the goalie. Good job there by Lou to get a stick on it. He tries to get it centered. Deflects off the goalie. Rochester has it. Bring it up out of his own. Good pass. Soren's there. He's got a little bit of a room. He got 4 guys, though. And he gets tripped, but no call. Rochester has it. They pass, so it's not going to be icing because he deflected it. Good job by Colton there to get his body on it. He takes a big shot way wide. Moves it over. Rowan moves forward, goes up behind the net. Tries to make a centering pass. No one's there. Goes back to the D-man, gets deflected. And they dump it back behind the net. Colton has it. Tries to get it up to Will. Great pass by Will to Jackson. Jackson's going hard. He's got one more guy to beat. Still going behind the net, and they lose control over the puck. Will steps forward, deflects his guy. He gets the puck back. Tries to get it around one guy, unable to do so. Tries to get his stick on it. Puck goes wide, goes over the boards. Riley races forward. She gets control. They bring it up around the net. She chips it up to Will. Will has it. He gets around one guy. Gets around another guy. Gets knocked down. No call. Jackson moves forward. They goes up to the blue line. Colton has it. He takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. Rochester moves forward. They get it. And that's definitely going to be a penalty. So Jackson gets cross-checked right in front of the net. No reason, so he's going to go in. Oh, they're taking them both in the box. All right, so some 4-on-4 hockey here. Got Joey, Lou, Hank, Riley, and Grant out there. Lou on the draw. Hank steps forward. Good job by Hank being aggressive there. He gets his guy tied up. Joey steps forward, but Rochester gets it. They bring it up out of the zone. Good job by Joey there to get a stick on it, and Grant moves forward. Gets his guy tied up, gets deflected, and it's saved by Dixon. Goes up in the net, so it's gonna be a whistle. Caden, what do you like playing 4-on-4 hockey?
Yeah, because there's more room on the ice, so you can make longer passes.
All right. All right, Rochester wins a draw. They get tied up on the boards, dump it around the net. Takes over the corner. Riley's there. She gets her guy tied up. Lou steps forward. Rochester gets it back behind the net. He's looking for a centering pass. Great job by Riley staying on her guy, not giving him an inch to do anything. Lou's there, gets deflected. Good job by Grant to get a stick on it. Brings it forward. He tries to chip it up to Oliver. Oliver's able to get it out of the zone. And Lou on the check. Rochester has it. They bring it around again. Great deflection job by Otto, hustling down there. They get them all tied up. Oliver steps in to assist. Puck still loose. Oliver gets it. He brings it around the net, tries to make one move, shots off the goalie, and a good save. Rochester has it again. Bring it forward. Great stick by Grant. Grant has it. He makes a move around one, takes it to the corner, and he gets tied up. Will steps forward. Goes in, and a great job by Soren. Will still has it. He gets tripped. No call. And Oliver has it. Goes out of the zone. He's going to have to regroup. He passes it to Soren. Soren tries to chip it up to Will. Will's able to deflect it. And they call offsides. That one was really close. What's that? I don't really know. It didn't really look like offsides to me, Caden, but what do you think?
I don't think that was offsides either.
All right, penalties are over. We got Jackson back out there. Rochester has it. They bring it into the zone. He takes a shot, saved by Dixon. Dixon just takes the cover. .7:04 left, second period. Rochester still up by 1. Jackson moves in for the draw. All right, Jackson gets it. He gets it over to Soren. Soren tries to chip it up, but it gets deflected, goes down in the corner. Jackson's there, goes in the corner. Will steps forward. He's got it. Nice pass over to Jackson. Jackson's moving it up into the zone. He's got Rowan with him. Rowan's got to stay on side. Another good move by Jackson. Jackson tries to take a shot, but sticks get in the way, and it gets deflected.
Nice effort by Jackson there, taking it all the way.
All right, Rochester on the move. We've got numbers. They just dump it forward, and Dixon has it. Soren goes into the nets.
Check the number, Soren!
All right, Eagan taking a line change opportunity here. Lou back in there with Hank. And Joey, they take a shot. Good save by Dixon. Grant chips it forward. Hank has it. He tries to get it up to Lou. Lou brings it up out of the zone. He's got Joey to the side. He's taking it wide into the corner. He gets knocked down. No call. Hank has it. That's a penalty, so delayed penalty. Hank tries to make another shot. Save. Oh! Lou tries to take top shelf, unable to get it. Gets it back to Grant. Grant has it. Takes a shot. Wide. Jackson has it. He makes one spin move. Goes around. Dumps it back to Riley. Riley's there. She takes a shot. Goes wide. Back in the corner. Lou races forward. Gets it over to Grant. Grant makes a move. Dumps it back to Lou. Centering pass. And Rochester has it. Great movement there by your Wildcats on the delayed penalty. Trying to make something happen. That's what we like to see on the power plays there, Caden.
Yeah, definitely moving the puck around. Taking good quality shots.
All right, this is a good opportunity for Eagan to tie this one up. Hank, Joey, and Jackson out there with Colton and Soren. Jackson in on the draw. Gets tied up. Joey gets it. Passes it back to Soren. Soren takes a big shot. Saved by Rochester. Jackson goes in again on the draw. He gets it. Goes back to Soren again. Soren tries to shoot, but gets deflected. Colton's there. They bring it wide in the zone. Good stick there by... No way! No way! No way that's a penalty. Colton gets his stick on it, moves the puck forward, and he falls down. And they call Colton on tripping.
Are you kidding me?
All right, so now we got 4-on-4 hockey. Oliver gets it. He gets tied up. He tries to get it over to Grant, unable to do so. They dump it behind the net. Riley's there. She gets it up to Otto. Otto has it. He dumps it up out of the zone. That's not going to make it, so Oliver's got to hustle. Rochester gets it back. They dump it over. Grant's there. He gets his guy tied up. Otto steps in to help. Oliver gets it. Gets a hook. No call. They almost gets tripped. No call. Tries to go around a guy. Goes around another guy. And saved by the Rochester goalie. All right, so 5:01 left in the second. Rochester's still up by 1. At the end of this, Rochester's going to have about a 16-second power play. Oliver gets tied up on the draw. Otto tries to shoot it in. Gets deflected. Rochester has it. They're on the move. Riley and Grant are back there. They're trying to move forward. They get tied up. Oh. And again, I don't know how that is a penalty. I guess the refs here are under the assumption that if a kid falls down, it's a penalty.
Safety first. Keep the elbows down.
All right, Eagan gets it. Will was on the draw. Riley gets it. She has it. Rochester has it. They take a shot. Great save by Dixon. Grant has it. He just needs to get it up out of the zone. Will chips it. And Rochester's going to have to regroup. So the 4-on-3 is over. Now it's just regular power play. Rochester was way off. They fall down. Puck goes in the corner. He brings it back behind the net. Tries to make another centering pass, unable to do so. And Rowan's able to get it up out of the zone. It's not going to be
nice clear by Rowan.
Rochester has it. Will steps forward. He gets a stick on it. And Rowan's able to keep it up in the zone. Rochester has it. Hank's rushing forward. Great job by Hank. Rowan has it. Gets it back up to Hank. Eagan has it in the zone. Great forecheck there by Hank, and Hank gets the puck back. Takes a big shot, goes over in the corner. Rowan goes over, gets the puck tied up, centering pass. Rochester gets it up off the boards. Moving it forward. Good job there by Soren, and Dixon makes the save. Puck goes over. Colton has it. He gets it up to Hank. Two guys fall down for Rochester. Surprised that's not a double penalty, but we lucked out this time. They move it into the zone. Colton pushes the guy to the outside. He goes behind the net, looking for someone to pass it to. Deflects off Rowan State. Rowan's able to get it out of the zone, and somehow that's not a shot.
That trip earlier.
They called that exact same thing earlier for Rochester.
I 100% agree there, Caden. All right, so Eagan gets the draw. They get it up out of the zone. Rochester gets it back. They bring it in. Hank's hustling hard back. Makes a spin move. Dumps it over to his D-man. He's looking for a shot. Gets deflected. Jackson has it. He tries to get it up out of the zone, unable to do so. And they just dump it back down into the corner. Colton has it. Hank steps forward to get it tied up on the boards. He's got two guys tied up. Colton goes in there to assist. Still battling for it. Colton's able to dump it around the boards, and Soren's there. Soren tries to chip it up. It just goes up to the D-man. He takes a big shot. Goes wide. Colton has it. He's going to move forward. Gets it up to Hank. Hank tries to do a little chip shot up to Jackson, and then able to connect. It goes back to Soren. Soren gets it over to Hank. Hank tries to again do a little chip shot to Jackson, unable to connect with it, though. Rochester has it. He makes one move, tries to make another. Great save by Dixon. Puck goes in the corner. Goes behind the net. Colton's there. He tries to chip it up forward. Rochester has it. Puck gets deflected. Goes there, and they score. All right, so 1:55 left in the second. Rochester up 3-1. All right, Lou gets the draw, gets it back to Riley. Riley tries to make a move. She's got to do something. She ends up losing the puck. Rochester has it, tries to make a centering pass, and it's wide. Two guys pinch on her. Puck goes up. Oliver has it. He makes one move. He tries to get it up to Lou, unable to connect. Gets deflected. Ooh. Puck gets deflected.
What a save there by Nate.
And they end up making the save. Jackson in on the draw. Rochester gets it. Will gets taken down. He gets back up. Rochester has it. They try to dump it. Grant battling hard on the boards. Still there. Rochester has it. He tries to make a move. Gets deflected by Jackson. And he gets deflected over. Will has it. Nice pass up to Jackson. Jackson's not able to get it out of the zone. Will has it again, and he's on the move. Good pass over to Rowan. Rowan's able to get a stick on it, but he's not able to connect. Assist there by the goal or the referee. Puck goes wide. Rochester's on the move. And a great job by Riley. And they call offsides. 14's talking smack to Riley after Riley makes a great defensive play on her. Not sure what that was all about, but all right, Lewin on the draw. He gets it back to Colton. Colton dumps it up out of the zone, tries to get it to Hank. Hank tries to get it up, but Rochester has it. They bring it in, looking for a centering pass. Easy glove save for Dixon. 36 seconds left. Rochester up by 2 in the second period. Caden's thoughts so far on the game?
I think we need to just keep it in our offensive zone and get good quality shots.
I like it. I agree. All right, puck behind the net. Joey battling hard for it. He brings it up forward. Good job just dumping it out of the zone. Nice soft pass. Hank rushing forward. 18 seconds left. They bring it around the net. Hank still battling. Great job by Hank. Not to give up. Takes a little cross check in the back. Rochester brings it forward. They're going to take a big shot. Goes way wide. Soren has it, and that's the end of the period. All right, so after 2, Rochester 3, Eagan 1. We will be back shortly. All right, we're back for the third period. Oliver on the draw, gets tied up. Puck still bouncing around. Oliver ends up getting it. Tries to get it up to Otto. Otto tries to make a little pass over to Will. Will has it. He takes the pass, he takes a shot, falls down, needs to get back up. Puck goes wide, but Riley's there. Makes a nice little spin move. Ships it back up. Stays in the zone. Otto's there. He's able to get it up out of the zone. Rochester has it. They make a move, and they just dump it down into the corner. Grant and Riley race forward. Grant has it. Tries to pass it up to Otto, but it gets deflected, but Otto has it. Makes a little chip pass over to Oliver, but Oliver's not able to get it up out of the zone. Rochester shoot goes way wide. Goes over. He dumps it back behind the net. Oliver dumps it back over to Riley, but it goes to the Rochester defender. Good job by Riley tying her guy up. Goes back. Oliver has it. Tries to get it up to Otto. Otto's not able to get it up out of the zone. Riley's there. She falls down. Otto steps forward. Will goes in to assist. Rochester gets it back, makes a nice centering pass. And Grant has it. He's racing forward. He's got Will. Will's got to stay. Will was offsides. Will's got to stay on sides there. All right, Lou on the draw. Puck's loose. He ends up getting it back. He brings it into the zone, dumps it down in the corner. He gets taken down. Take it behind the net. Rowan steps forward, not able to get control of it, but he gets it back. Tries to make a centering pass, but it gets deflected. Rochester has it, and they're on the move. Good job there by Hank. He tries to get around him. Hank battling hard. And it just goes in the corner. Colton's there. He's got it. He's trying to move it around. Rochester steps forward, and Lou goes in for the assist. Lou has it. He gets taken down. No call. Still battling there. He tries to take a shot off the side of the net. Lou's got it. So they're behind the net. He tries to get it up to Hank. Unable to connect, but Lou has it. Hank falls down. And Rowan steps in. He's able to get it into the zone, and he gets taken down. No call. Great job by Will. He gets a stick on it. Another great stick. He gives time for Rowan to step in, but he can't get control of it. Rochester has it. Good job by Jackson there to get a stick on it deflected, and Soren has the puck. Soren tries to get it up out of the zone. He's able to do so. No one's there, though. Rochester has it. They regroup. D-to-D pass. He dumps it over to the side. Jackson moves forward with Colton. He gets him tied up on the boards. Jackson's there. He falls down, though, but Colton's there. Still battling for the puck. And there's going to be a penalty on Rochester for a hook. All right, 8:59. Eagan down by 2. Hayden, what do we do? What do the Wildcats need to do here to get fired up for this third period? If you were on the bench, Caden, and you had to give a speech right now, what would you tell your teammates? This is what we need to do.
We need to put all the pressure that we can on them. We're down 2. Shoot the puck anytime you can.
All right, great puck movement there. Grant makes a nice, moves forward, takes a nice low shot, gets deflected. Joey has it, tries to do a wraparound and a save by the goalie. All right, this is one of the power plays where Egan's got to score. We got to get one back here. All right, Jack's on the draw, gets it back to Riley. Riley tries to make a quick shot, but gets deflected. Rochester on a breakaway, makes a move. Great job by Dixon. He gets it back to the D-man. He takes a big shot and an easy glove save. Good awareness, great job by Dixon there. All right, Oliver on the job. They get it. Good save by Dixon. Soren knocks it in the corner. Oliver has it. He tries to get it up to Otto, but it gets deflected. Soren gets it back. He dumps it over to Colton in the corner. Colton has it. And he tries to get it up. It gets deflected. Now Oliver has it. Eagan, if they hurry, they got numbers. Oliver has it. He brings it forward. He goes to the outside. He's got Otto with him and Hank in the middle. But it gets deflected. Goes in the corner. They dump it. And they're able to get it up out of the zone. Nice pass to the center. Not able to connect, though. Soren steps forward. Otto has it. He's able to dump it up out of the zone. Hank's there. He gets it back. He's by himself. Tries to get around one. Not able to do so. Tries to get around another one. Oliver has it. He shoots. Oh, just high. Otto's there, tries to make a centering pass, gets deflected. He falls down, goes back. They're racing hard. And Soren's going to get an interference penalty. He's got to go for the puck. Soren's got to play the puck on that and not go after the guy racing down there. That'll be interference every time. All right, they're on the draw. Will steps in, gets deflected up. Easy save for Dixon. All right, Lewin there with Grant, Riley, and Will. Lakeville gets it. Make a shot. Deflects over. Puck's wide. Riley has it. She tries to chip it over to the side. Will steps forward. Riley's there again. He looks for a centering pass. Unable to get it. Deflects off the post. And Dixon makes the save. Eagan dodged a bullet there.
Pretty sure that happened twice. This game could get really out of hand if that keeps happening.
All right, Eagan on the draw there. Rochester has it. They try to make a centering pass. They're not able to connect. Gets it back up to the blue line. He takes a dump and deflects off Dixon. Dixon's there. Nice pass again. They make a shot. Saves. Deflection again. Will's there battling for it. Gets it up to Rowan. Rowan has it. And we got an Eagan player down. I'm not sure what happened. What happened? Oh.
It looks like he blocked a shot with his header back.
All right, Colton's getting up. It looks like he's good. Just needed a second to, I guess, regroup himself there. All right, Grant, Will, Jackson, and Rowan out there. Jackson in on the draw. Rochester gets it. They move it forward. Good save there by Dixon. 11 seconds left on the power play for Rochester. Rochester looking for an open shot. Goes up to the blue line. Shoots wide. Goes over the boards. Jackson racing forward. They get tied. He's looking for a centering pass. He whiffs on it. And they pass it over. Power play's over. Goes over to Grant. Whiffs on it. Riley has it. They're trying to get it up out of the zone. Puck's flying everywhere. Rowan's there. Grant has it. Nice pass up to Jackson. Jackson's got to hurry. Jackson races forward. He's got the puck. He tries to make a move. Still has control of it. Gets tied up. Still has it. Battle for it around the side. They try to bring it up out of the zone. They're able to do so. Great job there by Riley and Hank. And Hank gets it back. Hank's still battling for it. And the puck goes down into the corner. Riley races over for it. Makes a move. Rochester's there. Get it up to the blue line. He tries to make a shot. Gets deflected on it. Hank gets it around one guy. He's got one guy to beat, and he's got some speed. Gets around the first guy, getting all tied up. Gets it over to the front of the net to Oliver. Oliver literally gets dragged down. No call. Hank gets it back. Has it behind the net. Tries to get it to Joey. And basically, it looks like if Eagan players are going in front of the net, they're getting just taken down, and there's not any calls on this. So 5:16 left in the third. Penalty kills over. Back to full strength. Oliver steps forward. The Rochester player is literally moved all the way up to the faceoff circle. And they dump it down, and nope, they waved it off. Soren moves down, tries to chip it forward. Joey steps forward. We only need 2 guys on the puck. Joey has it. Tries to get it over to Will. Will gets past one. Tries to get past the other, unable to do so. Colton's there. He steps forward. Tries to dump it over, unable to do so. Soren's there. Gets it over to Joey. Joey gets it back to Soren. Soren tries to dump it up to Will. Goes back high. And the puck goes wide. Rochester brings it into the zone. They're going in for a line change. They're by themselves. Will's there. All right. Egan's got an opportunity semi here. Will's just going to try to dump it over, but it gets deflected. Rochester dumps it down into the zone. 4 minutes left. Colton steps forward, tries to get it up to Otto. Otto has it. Tries to dump it up. Unable to get it out of the zone. They take a shot, gets deflected. Colton gets taken down. Rochester has in the corner. They look for a center pass, dump it into the middle, but Hank's there. Hank makes a center pass over to Lou. Lou has it. He's got one guy to beat. Unable to get a hold of him. He gets taken down, and no call. All right, they get it out of the zone. Grant has it. He makes a move. They're still battling. And Rochester brings it forward. Riley does a good job pushing the guy to the outside. Lou has it. That bounces off the stick, but Riley gets it back. She makes a move. She tries to dump it over to Lou. Lou's there. Lou has it. Tries to get it to Rowan. Rowan can't get a stick on it, and they dump it down. Gets deflected. Rochester's still there. Puck's deflected again. And a great save by Dixon.
What a save by Nate right there.
Puck's still loose. Grant's behind the net. He dumps it over. Will's there. Will's getting a stick on it. They're still battling for it. Goes back into the corner. Rochester has it. He tries to get it around one guy. Lou's there. Grant steps forward. He gets his guy tied up. One person's got to go help him, but he gets it up to Will. Will's moving forward, passes it to Rowan, and Rowan can't keep a stick on it, and he just dumps it down. Rochester just dumps it out of the zone. Riley's there. She just dumps it right back. Gets deflected, so no icing. Jackson races down. Jackson's the first one there. Rowan steps forward, gets tied up. Rochester gets control of it. They dump it back down, and that's going to go to Soren. Soren has it. Dumps it up off the board, tries to get it to Rowan. Rowan's not able to get to it quick enough. Gets it over to Colton. Colton gets it up to Will. Will skates past it, goes past the red line, and he's able to dump it down. Egan's going for a line change. We got 2 minutes left. Egan needs to make something happen and happen fast. Good stick there by Joey. Soren dumps it down into the zone. Hank and Jackson racing after it. They dump it up forward. They're able to get it up out of the zone. Joey's racing back hard. He makes one move, giving him some time. He dumps it over, and I think Joey scored it. There was not another player over there. I think that went off an Eagan player. All right, Hank has it. He brings it into the zone, takes it over the corner, takes a big shot. Oh, bounces off the side of the net. Oliver steps in. He falls down. Joey's there. He gets the puck tied up in the corner of the net. Still battling for it. Oliver's in there. Still bound for the puck, but Rochester gets it back. And they blew a whistle for, there's a Rochester player down in the corner. Not able to see him. Oh, no, that's an Eagan player. Can't tell who it is. Joey's holding his wrist, so hopefully he's okay. We can't afford to lose another guy.
Keep chirping. Keep chirping. He gets flagged. You're sticking up to the missed penalty.
Oliver needs to play hockey. He's over there talking to the bench. Oliver steps forward. Rochester gets the draw. Will falls down. He's got to get back up. He gets it back to Grant. Grant gets it up to Will. Will takes it, tries to make a move. He gets tied up. Rochester has it. They dump it over to the side. Grant tries to get his stick on it, deflects. And Riley has it. She's going to bring it up around the net. Tries to dump it forward over to Otto. Goes a little bit too far. Otto's able to get a stick on it, but not able to keep control of it. Otto has it. He brings it into the zone. He's got Will with him. But gets tied up. Will tries to get his stick on it. They dump it over to the side. But Grant steps in. Good job by Grant to get it up out of the zone. And that's offsides. All right, 24 seconds left. Rochester 4, Eagan 1. Lou gets the draw, goes back. They're just going to dump it, burn the clock. Soren has it. And he's going to dump it. Gets deflected, though, so no icing. And at this point, they're just going to probably skate around. They dump it again, goes back to Colton. 6 seconds left. Dumps it over to Colton. Colton gets it to Soren. And that's the end of it. So that's your game, guys. Rochester 4, Eagan 1. Some more than questionable calls in that one, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but that's scored hockey. So, Caden, any last final thoughts of the game?
No, not really. It was a fun game. Nate made some really good saves. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, folks, we will see you next time. We play on Saturday, Lakeville North. Not sure on the time, but we'll see you then. And unfortunately, your Wildcats fall 4-1. We'll see you next time.